Hi everyone, this is Daymi Pelaez and I am one of the leaders in ABA Exam Academy. We are going to go over components of experiments in ABA. The disclaimer is the ABA Exam Academy was created by and for students to earn their BCBA, BCABA certification. Most of the leaders and participants are not a BCBA or BCABA at this time. These sessions are meant to have active discussions to collaborate, ask questions, and provide helpful suggestions to better understand the BACB Foundation task list concepts. Due to this, it is important to know that all viewers and participants are responsible to verify the accuracy of the information being provided in order to successfully prepare for the BCBA, BCABA exam. So our ethical considerations are refrain from sharing any BCBA, BCABA test questions, refrain from sharing any type of paid resources or any type of client information. And then if you're using any open resources when you're speaking, something like peer-reviewed articles, books, or anything to that resort, please give credit to the author. Sorry, guys. All right, so my agenda for today is we are going to be matching ABA terminology with their AKAs. We're going to define and describe the components of experiments in ABA. We are also going to define and describe single subject design, steady state responding, and baseline logic. And we're going to have true and false questions, matching ABA terminology. So we're basically going to be matching definitions. We're going to have mock questions at the end, and we're going to have a guess who game to identify graphs. Okay? Did you guys get all of that? That's a lot. All right. Let's move on. All right, so the references I use for today is Cooper, the second edition. I also used, for the Guess Who game at the end, I used the graphs from the Journal of Applied Behavioral Analysis. So I took all the graphs straight from there. So we're going to start with AKs, like I said. So I'm going to say the words on the left-hand side from top to bottom. And then you guys, if you can identify any of them on the right-hand side, just shout it out. Experimental control. Is any of these on the right-hand side, guys?
Experimental analysis.
Okay, experimental analysis. Let's see. Yep, you're right. Good job, guys. Experimentation.
Experimental analysis.
Experimental analysis, yeah.
Good job. Perfect. It's trying to trick you guys. Treatment.
Independent variable.
Independent variable.
Very good. All right, next one. Behavior.
Dependent
variable.
Good job. Control.
Correlation.
Correlation.
Causation, yeah.
Causation, yeah.
You know, this is the second time I do kind of the same, and every time I get people in this one. So study this one, guys. I always get everyone. All right, and then obviously prediction.
I got that one right.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I said I got that one right.
Oh,
prediction is control, isn't it?
Yeah, the last one, prediction, is correlation.
Correlation.
All right, good job. All right, next we're going to be, I put it on a pretty little chart here, the 6 components of experiments in ABA. This is page 162 in Cooper. So it basically says, what are the components needed for experiments in ABA? Does anyone know?
Subject.
Okay, one subject. What else?
Setting.
Mm-hmm.
Behavior. Multiple behavior.
Okay, so that's 3.
Treatment or independent variable.
Okay. I have 2 more if anyone knows.
Design.
Design?
Manipulations of the independent variable.
Yes. Okay, guys. Okay, so you guys got most of them. Okay, so it's at least one participant, which is the subject. At least one behavior, which is the dependent variable, DV. Good job. At least one setting. a system for measuring the behavior and ongoing visual analysis of the data, and then at least one treatment, which is the intervention condition, IV. Good job. You guys got that. And then manipulations of the IV so that its effects on the DV can be detected, which is the experimental design. Nice job, guys. You guys got them. All right. Components of experiments in ABA. This is on page 162 to 166 of the second edition of Cooper. What is an experimental question? An experimental question is a brief but specific statement of what the researcher wants to learn from conducting the experiment. Okay?
It could also be a question.
It could also be a statement. Yeah. And a question, you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Good. This is all this information that I'm getting comes straight from Cooper, and you know, I just grab all the information I can and put it on there, but if you guys want to add anything, go ahead. Thank you, Rita.
Welcome.
All right, what is a single subject design? This is a repeated measure of each subject's behavior that is obtained while it's exposed to each condition of the study. This helps with comparing and contrast results for reliability. Do you guys all agree with that? Or do you want to add anything?
I agree.
Okay. Perfect. All right, what is a component analysis? A component analysis is a process that looks at the effects of each part of a treatment package. Okay, so this basically looks at the effectiveness of the treatment package. It breaks it down for you. Yes, go ahead.
Sorry, I don't mean to jump in, but
Go ahead.
in my own words, it would be, let's say you have two interventions that you're using and you want to know which of those interventions are more effective. So let's say you're using DRO and DRA, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
So you know if DRA is more effective than DRO, then you would use component analysis.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
Correct. I agree, Rita. That's the way.
I'm sorry, Martin?
I said I agree with you. That's what we use the component analysis for.
Thank you.
Yes, good job. That was a great example. Thank you. All right, so next we're going to move on. It's going to say what's an experimental design and what types are there. So I'm going to ask you guys after I read out what an experimental design is, you guys are going to tell me what types there are. A particular arrangement of conditions in a study so that meaningful comparisons of the effects of the presence, absence, or different values of the IV can be made. So tell me what types are there.
Alternating treatments design.
A reversal design and
Changing
ABA.
criterion.
Withdrawal
subject.
design.
AB reversal.
Multiple.
Multiple baseline.
Multiple
Changing
probe.
criteria.
Alternating treatments.
Multiple probe. Okay, I think you
Yeah.
guys are a little bit confused on the question that I'm asking. What I'm asking is
Experimental.
what type. So we're looking at the foundation behind all of those designs that you guys are talking about. So all of those foundations, what are they broken up into? What is the umbrella that goes above all of that?
Experimental design.
There you go. Parametric analysis and what else?
Non-parametric.
Non-parametric. And
Yeah.
can someone tell me the difference?
Parametric is measuring different values of the independent variable to see which is the best value.
Mm-hmm.
And non-parametric is just if it's determining, you know, the difference between when the independent variable is there and when it's not.
Okay, good. So basically what you said, for non-parametric, I have the IV is present or absent, so either you give it or you remove it, okay? And then with parametric, you just change the value. So the example that I've always heard, and I'm just gonna keep going with the same example, is when a doctor is trying a medicine on a child for any specific reason, and they either wean it off or they just take it off completely on it in its entirety, okay? So that would be one versus the other, non-parametric versus parametric. Does everybody agree with that, or do you have any other example you wanna add?
Agree.
Okay. Anyone else have any examples?
The way I think about non-parametric is like, where it says non, I always think of it on and off, like NON, but there's
On
ON,
and off, yeah.
off. Like, yeah, that's all I can say.
Thank you. Good job. All right, so we're gonna move on. All right, so a true and false question. All well-planned experiments always begin with an experimental question. True or false?
True.
True.
So I have 3. Does anybody else want to give their answer?
True.
All right, so I have 4, so I'm just gonna give it to you. It is true. Wonderful. So I put a brief but specific statement of what the researcher wants to learn from while conducting the experiment is needed in a well-planned experiment. So that's the key word when you're looking at this question where it says well-planned experiment. Okay? All right, next true and false question. The term single subject design means there is only one subject in the experiment. True or false?
False.
False. Awesome. Perfect. False. Although at times there is only one individual, it does not mean there can only be one subject in the experiment. So how about if I would have taken off the word only in this question? Would it have been true or false?
True.
Would it have been true?
True. Yeah.
True.
Awesome. Very good. All right, so I'm going to move on to single subject design, steady state strategy, and baseline logic. All right, so this is just pretty much an overview. If you guys want to learn more about it, go to page 167 to 173 of Cooper, okay? So what is a steady state responding? This is a pattern of responding that exhibits relatively little variation in its measured dimensional quantities over a period of time. Who wants to elaborate on that? Anyone?
I think it's self-explanatory, you
Right.
know?
Mm-hmm.
You want the baseline to be, or the responding to level out at a steady rate so that it's not up and down, and you can actually make good decisions based on that data.
Perfect. That was a great example. Who is this? Mary?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. So what is baseline logic and what are its 3 elements? So I'm going to read out what it is, and you guys are going to tell me its 3 elements. A powerful form of experimental reasoning commonly used in ABA. So that's what it is. Can anyone tell me the 3 elements?
PVR, prediction, verification, and replication.
Yes, ma'am. Prediction, verification, and replication. Nice. Perfect. All right, so since now we know what they are, can anyone tell me what they mean? What do these elements mean?
Prediction is like what you think the outcome is going to be.
And
Okay.
verification is when the data matches your prediction.
Okay.
And then replication is when you can like do the experiment over and over with the same independent variable and it like gives you the same outcome.
Nice job, guys. All right, so prediction is an anticipated outcome. Perfect. Verification is prior level of baseline responding would remain unchanged. So basically it's the same thing repeated. So you're not gonna change it. You're gonna keep it the same. And then replication is repeating the IV that was manipulated and obtaining similar results. Okay? You guys basically got it. All right, so what are the different types of baseline data patterns? Okay, this is different. This is something completely different. So make sure you're looking at what the question is ascending for. What is the
Descending,
Yes.
Descending and stable.
descending, variable, stable, and ascending.
Perfect. Yes, there's 4. Okay. It is stable, ascending, descending, and variable. All right. A lot of the time I hear everyone say ascending, descending, and variable. But do not forget that stable is one of them. Okay. I think, Trisha, you said it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Always remember there's 4 of them. All right. While conducting an experimental design, always keep in mind that an important rule is to change multiple variables at the same time. True or false?
False.
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 You sure?
And actually,
Yes.
Kinda sure.
False. All right, false. No, you can only change one variable at a time. Good job. I have to try to trick you guys. Can't get them all right. All right. A component analysis looks at the entire behavioral package and determines the effective components of it. True or false?
True.
True.
True. Behavioral package is an AKA for treatment package. I just wanted to make sure because I just wanted to change it to see if I can trick you guys, but obviously I didn't. But you still got it right. Good job. True. All right, so we're gonna do some matching, but this is vocab. All right, so I'm gonna start at the top left corner. It's a lot of reading, so if you guys can help me out, that would be great. Someone read the top left definition.
A verbal statement summarizing the results of an experiment that describes the occurrence of the phenomena under study as a function of the operation of one or more specified and controlled variables in the experiment. Woo, that's a mouthful.
This is from the glossary of Cooper, okay? So what is that?
Functional relation.
Relation.
Yeah, functional relation. Awesome. All right, who's gonna go for the long definition, the next one, right here, under it?
I'll go. Sorry.
It's okay.
The variable in an experiment measured to determine if it changes as a result of manipulations of the independent variable.
All right, what is that?
Dependent variable.
Dependent variable.
Yes, awesome. All right, next one. This one down here.
A statement of what the researcher seeks to learn by conducting the experiment may be presented in question form and is most often found in a published account as a statement of the experiment's purpose.
What is that?
Experimental question.
Question.
Yeah, awesome. All right, let's do two more and then I'll do the last one. The top one right here.
A variable that is systematically manipulated by the researcher in an experiment to see whether changes in the independent variable produce reliable changes in the dependent variable.
All right, what is that?
Experimental
Independent
control.
variable.
Did you say independent variable?
IV.
Dependent variable.
IV.
Yes.
Awesome, perfect.
Whoop.
Yep, this one right here. Awesome. All right, I'm gonna read the next one because it's kind of covered. The particular type and sequence of conditions in a study so that meaningful comparisons of the effects of the presence and absence of the independent variable can be made. What is that?
Experimental control.
Experimental design.
Design.
Yeah.
Fine.
Got it.
Can you explain it really quick? Sorry. I thought it was control because I don't know. I think I confused myself.
It's okay.
Can you explain maybe why or give me an example? This is the section that I missed the most when I tested in August. So
Does anybody want to go for it?
Maybe I'm confusing myself, but isn't experimental control AKA for functional relation?
I know control is functional relationship, but that's like your highest level of like scientific understanding. Maybe maybe I just read the thing wrong.
Right. It's too wordy.
Yeah.
The Cougar book is terrible.
Yeah.
It could be summed up in like 4 words, and he's got like a paragraph, and I'm like, none of that was relevant.
All right. I will look that up and I will get back to you guys. Okay?
Thank you.
I'm sorry?
I said thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I just want to make sure I give you the right information. All right, so I'm going to read the last one. The outcome of an experiment that demonstrates convincingly a functional relation, meaning the experimental control is achieved when a predictable change in behavior can be reliably produced by manipulating a specific aspect of the environment.
But sorry, if I just reread that one again, the experimental design.
Mm-hmm.
But even though it's wordy, it kind of makes sense, you know, the particular type and sequence of conditions, you know, in a study, so that meaningful comparison. So you're comparing, I would think, baseline treatment, baseline, you know, or something like that. So it kind of makes sense, but it's just so wordy.
Okay, when you read it again, and then you put more emphasis on the sequence of conditions in a study, that
Right.
Yes, now it clicked for me of why it's the design and not control. Yes, thank you for reading it again with your emphasis, because I'm like, oh yeah, sequence of conditions. Okay, cool, that makes sense.
Thanks, Rita.
No problem.
All right, so the last one is experimental control. Awesome. All right, next true and false question. Ascending, descending, and variable are the only types of baseline data patterns used in ABA.
False.
False. They're stable.
That's right.
Variable.
We just talked about that. Good job. All right, false. Stable is another baseline data pattern that is missing in this question. Perfect. All right, mock question. Baseline logic includes all of the following elements except A, prediction, B, verification, C, replication, or D, prediction.
A.
Like, honestly though, the question on the exam,
let me say something. Most people don't read the end. So if you read prediction, verification, and replication, you won't even get to D. So you guys got it, which is great. But a lot of people, they just read the first three and they're like, oh, it's D.
See, I just automatically assume that people make spelling errors, and it's my fault for.
It's okay. I purposely made a spelling error.
Amy, how come it doesn't have the wiggle thing under it?
Because I'm presenting, so it doesn't come up.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. All right. Minerva is conducting her first experiment at the University of Miami. Congratulations, Minerva. She will use a single subject design. This means that she, A, can use only one subject that acts as their own control. B, can use one or more subjects that acts as their own control. C, can only use a large number of subjects that acts as their own control. Or D, can use one or more subjects within a group design.
B.
B.
Be like boy.
B as in boy.
Yes, nice. Lots of boys. Okay, perfect. B. You guys can go against each other if you want. You don't have to all go for the same answer. All right.
Unless it's the right answer.
All of the following are part of a component of the All of the following are parts of a component of experiment in ABA except A, measurement systems, B, at least one treatment, C, an experimental design, or D, at least two behaviors.
D.
There's only one behavior.
D. Nice job. Perfect. All right, now we're going to play the Guess Who game really quick. Awesome, we have time. Perfect.
Oh, I have a question really quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. Can you go back to the question before the last one, the single subject one?
Yeah, that one?
That one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I wanted to reread X. Oh, okay, the first one was only use one subject. That's why it's, okay. Because I read it and I was like, wait, yeah, their own control. But yes, now okay.
Right, because the first one only says only one, and the second one says one or more.
Yeah, okay. That's why I was like, wait, okay. Yep, that makes sense. Cool. Thank you very much.
No problem. Anytime. All right. All right, so we're going to play the Guess Who game. Basically, I'm just going to put images of graphs, and you guys are going to tell me what type of graph it is, okay? All right, what type of graph is that?
Withdrawal.
Withdrawal.
I'm terrible at these.
Withdrawal and reversal.
Perfect. Withdrawal reversal designs. Next one. What is that?
Changing
Same.
criterion.
No.
No,
This is
no, that's
It's the same.
I feel like, yeah, withdrawal with
withdrawal.
reversal.
Yeah.
Yes, withdrawal reversal. Does anybody want to explain why it's not changing criteria? Did the person say changing criterion?
Yeah, and I get it now because I just looked immediately and it looked like it was stepwise improvements, but I get why it's not.
Okay, I just want to make sure you know, that way, you know, it's
I
clarified.
get that. Yeah, I see that it's got reversals and withdrawals in it, so that's why.
Okay,
I just
perfect.
was trying to be fast.
No, it's okay. The only way we learn is by making mistakes, so you go for it. This is a judgment-free zone, so you can do it. We're here, we're a family together, working together to pass this test.
Yep.
All right. Next one. What is it?
This is
Multiple
Alternating.
baseline across behaviors.
I don't see
So it's
BAB.
Multiple baseline. Do you see the staggering?
I don't see the staggering.
I see multiple baseline, this one.
You're starting with the treatment
Oh.
first. So I can't really tell.
Reversal.
BAB reversal.
All right, let's give it to you.
Alternating.
See,
Oh.
I was right. I was thinking on that.
Alternating. Okay.
I didn't say it.
Yeah. So I got this straight from Java. So on the Journal of Applied Behavior Analysis states what type of graph this is. So alternating treatment design.
Can you explain why on the last one? It's probably
Yeah.
very obvious.
I can give it my best. I mean, I kind of think that this is like a combination design. It kind of
Yeah.
seems to me like an alternating treatment together with a withdrawal.
I
Yeah.
was thinking about the
Yeah.
same thing. Yeah, it's a combination, I think.
It seems like a combination of both.
You would
Yeah.
have to, I guess, read the study to kind of get the context of it, but
Right.
Right.
But here you see that there's two different interventions. So
And-
it's
and-
alternating treatment. And then there's
And the way you can
yes,
see
I get that now. I
the
see
way you
that.
can see it's alternating is that when you see the both of the lines, it has like a open square, and then on
Right.
the bottom is a closed circle.
right.
So that's a key that
Yeah.
tells you.
Okay, now I see it.
And here there's also a key that says upright spoon and flip spoon. So that tells you there's two interventions. Also,
Right. But it's definitely a combined design. Because
it
it's
does,
not-
yeah,
Yeah.
it does seem like a combined, yeah.
It is combined design, yeah, definitely.
All right,
Okay.
next one. What's that?
Changing
That's
criteria.
changing criterion.
All right, so now that you guys said it, changing criterion, what type? Because they're different.
Ascending.
Ascending.
One's ascending criterion, one's descending criterion.
Perfect. Changing criterion, but since you guys got it so quick, I wanted to see if you guys knew that. So ascending changing criterion and descending. Awesome. All right, what is this?
The multiple baseline.
Multiple baseline?
It's a multiple baseline, but I think
Across
one is a-
subject.
Cross subject.
Subjects. Cross subjects.
And is there
across
a
settings and
reversal?
across subjects.
No, it's not a reversal in there.
And across, no, across
Yeah,
subject.
the first one
The
is
first one is
across.
subject.
And across
Subject.
behaviors because they're testing the rate and the
Yeah.
latency.
Yeah.
Delayed multiple baseline.
Yeah, these are multiple baseline, absolutely. You see the staggered lines. But then if you would have to go and figure out which one it is, if it's subject, settings, or behaviors.
Right.
Yeah, the one is
They're
on
both
the
different.
subjects and the other one is settings.
That's right.
Is it settings or
No,
or
I honestly think that the second one is behaviors.
Behaviors.
Yeah, because it says set table here.
Yeah, and then it says food task at the top.
What about there? One is like a dollhouse, the other one is a barn, and
And
Yeah,
they make you
that's-
like play behaviors.
Yeah, so that's probably something you do in the barn or something you do in the dollhouse, because there wouldn't here
Like
that
a
it says
food
task
task.
is an actual verb, and then set is also a verb.
so it can be behaviors across behaviors.
Yes. I think it's a
Yeah. Because your left side, I don't know, I'm bad at naming these. It says percent correct, and I'm moving my mouse because I think that you guys can see it, and you can't. I was like, yeah, it's right there. You guys can't see? My God. And then like I think, and so like percent correct, and then they've got all of these different things that they're like either playing with or doing.
Right.
So I think, yeah, it's like whatever. I don't know.
Right. Well, you guys get what it is. It's multiple baseline designs, and then you just look at, you know, what they're talking about. This one is definitely what? Subjects, because it's people.
Because you have names.
Right. And then you got to figure this one out if it would be behaviors or it would be settings. But you guys understand what you have to look at to figure out if it's multiple baseline or another design. All right. How about this one?
This is also multiple baseline
Multiple
design.
probe?
Yeah,
But
probe.
multiple probe, yeah, it's a probe design.
Yeah, it's a multiple probe. How did you know? Besides the word.
Because the lines are disconnected.
The lines are disconnected, yeah, and also you see they start.
They actually point to probe.
Yeah, besides the name probe. Yeah, besides that. But yeah, it is disconnected. Good. Multiple probe design. And then I point out how, you know, those are the probes, but obviously they're not connected, so that shows that that's a probe that they just didn't.
What is the MSWO? Do you remember? Anybody?
Multiple stimulus without replacement.
Yes, you're right.
I've had to do a few of those.
Yeah, the PS was the paired stimulus, the other one that was next to it.
Right. All right, what is this one?
This is also multiple baseline.
But multiple baseline and alternating treatment?
Alternating treatment.
Nice, guys. I tried to trick you guys. Yes, it is a combination design. So it is multiple baseline, across behaviors, and alternating treatment designs. Nice job, guys. So I am done with my meeting. Just wanted to go over really quick what we spoke about yesterday in Emily's meeting. All the services we're offering to you guys. So you go to the shop page, you click on services, and you'll find all the information there. And then we're also coming up with a chat pretty soon. So if you guys want to be part of that, we're going to have a BCBA, a BCABA there 5 days a week. So if you guys want to be part of that, just contact me or Yanni, and we will help you with that as well. Thank you so much for attending my meeting. And I had a great time with all of you. Remember, the website is right here, abaexamacademy.com. And if you need to contact us, you can email us at leaders@abaexamacademy.com. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. This is great. Thank you.
Good night, guys. Take care.